I think ours is a noble profession. It is all about people working with people. It's unique among businesses around here in that for us to do our job, we have to work with our competition.
I've known Rob since he was probably in grade school, and knew him when he would come into the office and he and his brother would use the copy machine to copy their faces and hands on the company copier.
When I was growing up, I remember coming down to our office downtown. The first thing that would hit you as you walk through the doors is the haze of smoke, because everybody in that office chain smoked back in the early days. I honestly don't think I really understood what my dad did for a living. All I knew was that they went to the office, made a lot of phone calls, and somehow signs with our name on it appeared in lawns around town.
He grew up like a normal kid in Lake Geneva. He did sports, he played a lot of music. He doesn't let any grass grow under his feet. He's out all the time. He's on his bike or he's in the lake.
I was an EMT in high school, and I loved the feeling of having to have your skills applied right then and done correctly under pressure. I had seen a Naval Academy recruiting laser disc and just thought, wow, that's what I want to do. During my time in the Navy, I was an explosive ordnance disposal technician and a Navy diving officer, a salvage diver, and an explosive ordnance disposal diver.
He liked the Navy. He was there 10 years, and they liked him.
This here, which nobody in the office really understands what this is all about. These are my watches. You get these when you become a diving officer in the Navy.
He's a very patriotic guy and has great dedication to those causes.
Up here is my sword from dating back to the Naval Academy. I got that as a gift from my father, senior year at the Academy.
But I think he wanted his kids to grow up in the environment that he did.
My daughter was 3 years old. It was hard for me to leave town for 6 months at a time, and I remembered how much I enjoyed growing up in Lake Geneva. And in early 2000, I left the Navy and moved back here.
He saw that as a valuable way to spend his life.
I think I probably had one of the most unusual settings for getting a real estate license. I got my license while I was still in the Navy, and at the time I was stationed at the White House for a month, and my partner and I would work 8-hour shifts in the old executive office building right next to the White House, waiting for something bad to happen in our gray camis. And while he would read magazines, I'd watch Shauna Alt on videotape for hours upon hours. I did all my tapes within that month, took the exam, and was a real estate agent before I left the Navy.
Came back to work in our company where he grew up, and chased papers and carried garbage as a little boy, and you know, we still do a little bit of that now and then.
Keefe Real Estate really mirrors the real estate environment of our area. When it was started in the 40s, it was all about the small farmer. It was an auction company. It was called Farm Auction Service back in those days. Next to me is our downtown office. It's one of 7 offices of Keefe Real Estate, but unlike all the others, this is located right across the street from where our company started in the early 40s. Here on the corner of Cook and Geneva Street in Lake Geneva is where my grandfather started the business, on his 2nd floor apartment right over there. I think it's the window with the air conditioner sticking out of it.
My history with Rob actually started about 9 years ago or so. In fact, I was a competitor, and what I really liked about Rob in talking with him is his vision for the company, his ability to lead. He's somewhat analytical, which I am too.
I understand how difficult the business is. I understand how hard it is to do the job we do and how important that job is to our clients.
Rob is not a power guy. He doesn't, and he doesn't need the ego reinforcement of that. He will be good at being president because he'll be good at getting things accomplished that are seen to be valuable and useful and worthwhile for the organization.
He thought quite a bit about this before he decided that he would go ahead, and I I think he did that on the basis of knowing that he could make a difference and could help the Wisconsin Realtors Association.
He's going to bring, I think, a very different real estate and analytical perspective on things to be able to come to some decisions that are going to be collective from a board standpoint, but very, very creative for whatever the task is at hand that has to be solved.
My goals for the WRA this year are twofold. One is to continue the move that we've had lately to increase the professionalism of realtors practicing within the state, to give our professional, hardworking realtors all the tools they need to keep up with what's an increasingly complicated and complex environment. And second of all, to work with our governor and our legislature to pass laws to allow our realtors to practice real estate in such a way that it minimizes the unnecessary regulation.
He's very open. He's very easygoing in a way, certainly intense about getting things accomplished, but he likes craft beers. If you want to have a suggestion for him, he'd be happy to receive it. I think he'll be sort of a people's president, if you want to call it that. Not that we haven't had that before, but that will be, I think, one of the hallmarks of his administration.